Now I'm joined by Keith Broadway, and he's the UK Country Sales Manager for Granuldisk. Keith, who are Granuldisk and what do you do?
Granuldisk are a Swedish-based company offering a smarter way of washing solution. We introduced a plastic granule to the wash tank, which does all the hard work. Celebrating our 25th anniversary this year, and with our bigger machines we can wash up to 160 1x1 GM pans in an hour.
Do you need to pre-wash, and how does it work? Do you need extra detergents?
Pre-soaking or pre-washing, let's talk about that for a little while, because that's what we do not do at all. All we do is scrape and wash. So if you are catering for 600 people a day, potentially you could be using up to 175,000 litres of water a year just to pre-wash and pre-soak. To expand that out a bit more into a hospital environment where you're catering for 1,000 people perhaps a day, they will potentially use 275,000 litres of water a year. That's money going down the drain. Kitchen porters leave taps on, they run the taps all day. It's wasted money, it's wasted energies, it's wasted resource obviously. So the savings are there if you use a granule to do all the hard work.
How quickly would the client see a return on investment?
What we do is we go up to the customer and we talk to the customer to find out how they are working with their pots and pans at the moment, how they work, how many people they're using to wash their pots and pans, what they got. They got sink, standard sink, so do they use a water-based utensil washer? So the question, how quickly do they see a return on investment? 18 months, 12 months.
How do you present Granuldisk to a new customer?
We're active out there in the field, making sure that we show. We're at the Hotel Olympia at the moment, we're in Gulf Food, where we won the award for the most sustainable product, which was fantastic. So we're there, and we're in the catalogues, in the press, talking about Granuldisk. But we're out there as well in front of the customer, trying to find out what their needs are, what their daily challenge is regards to pot and pan washing. We would only work through distributors or consultants, so we rely on the consultant to specify our product and the distributor then to talk to their customer about it. We need the customer talking about Granuldisk, thinking about how much water he's using, how much labour he's using, how much time he's using. Brigades in the kitchen are getting smaller, so we need to use that resource better. So we don't want people bending over sinks, lifting heavy pots into the sinks anymore. We want them standing upright, being proud and working with a Granuldisk machine. So they feel better and it's a safer environment for them to work in. Less chemical, obviously. When you are using loads of chemical, it's bad on the environment. The Granuldisk machine will save up to 60% less chemical, 60% less labour and 6% less water as well. So we present it to the customer in that way. We try to find out what the customer is doing at the moment, try and mould our offer to their needs, I suppose.
Keith, finally tell us what happens at Live Wash.
Live Wash is a fantastic part. What I do is I take the distributor with their end customer, or take the end customer down to a site that uses the machine every day. That means that they can see the machine working in their sort of environment. So they can watch the guys wash pots and pans in front of them. They had the wow moment. So that way they can understand what we're trying to say. Granuldisk will make your job easier. So let's take you to a Live Wash.
Thank you, Keith.